School is stressful. You can probably recall some situations on when you've had an assignment due tomorrow and you just didn't have the time to do it, or the one homework that you worked on for over a week and you forgot it to school and the teacher just won't believe you. School is stressful for everyone, but there's a special group of kids that school is even more stressful. Some things that are normal for you, for them might be a lot harder to do. And the group that I'm talking about is kids with mental illnesses. And the group is a lot bigger than you might think it is. 35% of students. 1 in 3 students suffers from depression, self-harm, suicidal thoughts, ADHD, ADD. And looking at that number, wouldn't you want to change that? Or just help it a little bit? So I've compiled a list for teachers of some things that they might do to help those students. And the first thing is avoid being prejudiced. You know, you're a new teacher in school and you're just about to have a class with one of the classes and all the teachers warn you about that one kid that is so bad and so awful. You know, I was always that kid. And when new teachers gave me the room to actually introduce myself instead of having an opinion on me, not even meeting me, that was so refreshing and so good. The second thing is keeping the right frame of mind. You know, if a kid does bad with their grades or the behavior is so off that you just can't help but scream at them, just maybe try to calm down, not embarrass them in front of all other kids, not call them attention seekers or slackers. Those kids actually want to do good in school, but sometimes they just don't know how. So this is their response, just being bad. So if they can't be good, they are being bad. The third thing is reduce classroom stress. You know, don't maybe set the deadline for a particular assignment tomorrow, maybe, you know, in 2 days, in 3 days, in a week. And don't lower grades for non-academic reasons, for example, bad handwriting, or, you know, just keep the grades for academic reasons and your opinions for non-academic reasons. The fourth thing is find the good and praise it. Just like I've said before, instead of hating on the student, maybe choose the path of love, maybe praise them, find positive things in them and encourage them to do more. Encourage them that they actually can be good at school. They just need to believe in themselves. And trust me, a lot of students with mental illnesses have low self-esteem. So if a teacher tells them that they're doing something good, it can make their whole week. The fifth thing is, as I said before, avoid embarrassment. You know, if you have an opinion on a particular student, talk to them besides classroom. You know, don't yell at them in front of all their classmates. Don't call them names. Just avoid embarrassment in general. And the sixth thing, and I think the most important thing, is keep an open mind. No matter how much you've been studying, no matter how long you've been a teacher for, there's always room for improvement. And remember, you're human too, you can make mistakes. But what makes you human is that you can acknowledge these mistakes and work on them.
Recently, one of my friends told me a joke that instead of laugh, made me think. And here it goes. Son is standing opposite to his father and say, "Dad, I want to be an actor." And his dad coldly replied, "Son, it's pronounced a doctor." And also recently I faced one of the hardest choices of my life, choice of choosing high school. And I was about to either choose medical or art school. And after that I was proud to say I'm going to attend art profile in school. But people around me were unhappy about this. They were saying that you will not earn money out of being an artist. But why? When I try to imagine a world without art, I see myself waking up in strict gray room without any decorations, and I think that this world would be very bad for me. Artists aren't just painters, they are also architects, musicians, fashion designers, and many more, because the creativity is the key. And art is everywhere. Before a child talks, they sing. Before they write, they draw. As soon as they stand, they dance. And art is fundamental to human expression. This is quote by Felicia Reichert, and I think that it's very true in this situation. So aren't we all an artist deep down? Even if you say that you can draw a single thing, and if you want to draw a human, you just do something from sticks, you are still an artist deep down. People were telling me, just try harder, just push away your art, just study more, and if you're bad at something, just try harder. But what's the point? Why am I supposed to study things that aren't just important to me, that I will not remember and even not understand before the exam, and I will just not remember them after? I don't say that we should, if you're just an artist, you should paint or sing all day, but you don't have to study things that you don't manage to understand and are not important to you. And there are jobs considered by adults as important, as better, lawyer, for example. And statistically, human lives 79 years. And if we subtract 20 years of education, I'm not good at math, of course, but I think that there is over 55 years, if I will be lucky. And I don't believe in reincarnation and stuff like this, and I'm not religious, and I think that I will not have second life. But this is the main reason why I think about my future so much, because there is only one life to live, and I will not just live them. I just not want to live it as a lawyer or something that I'm not good for. And I'm also not good at biology, but I know that there is left and right side of brain. And if your right side brain more active, you will be considered as lazy or stupid, because you will not be good at logical thinking and math and stuff like this. And I did test, and I'm like 100% right-sided active, and I was trying to be better at math, biology and stuff like this my whole life, but I just couldn't. And I think that, okay, I can try harder, but what's the point of wasting my time and study things that I don't need and I will not remember? It's not good. It's not logical. I'm not good at logical thinking, but it's not logical for me. And people are saying that life is hard. I was hearing this all my life, and people were telling me, I'm too young, I don't understand things, I will see it in different light when I will be older. And I'm 70 years old, and I will be an adult in year, and I still don't understand it in different way. I know that life is the only life that I have now, and I have to live it in a good way, doing something that I'm good at, something that will make me better, and I could bloom in this. So people were telling, okay, but what we can do? We are the main species in this world, and okay, we can do everything because the world is ours, and I will not hear things. I will not that I couldn't. I don't want to. I don't want to hear things like, okay, you can do anything with this educational system because I can, and we can, because we create the reality around us.